Most people avoid conversations around wills because it becomes uncomfortable, distant, or just feel unnecessary. But the truth is, creating a will is not just about preparing for your death, but it's about protecting your loved ones. What happens if someone passes away without a will? Do families end up in conflict? Who makes the decisions? Why is it that so many people delay such an important thing? Yes, today we would be having an honest and practical conversation around wills and estate planning. And to help us guide through this conversation, we have with us an internationally trained lawyer with over 2+ years of experience who helps analyze her clients about the financial dimensions behind every legal transaction. Kirangi Patel. Kirangi, welcome to my channel.
Thank you,
so
Altna.
excited about today's conversation.
Thank you, Altna. Thanks for having me. I'm glad that you invited me, and I hope that the knowledge I can share would be helpful to your viewers.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's begin for today's conversation talking about wills. So first of all, the stigma around wills, we'll talk about that. You know, right as an infant, or rather when a person as parents, they conceive the child, they start building or thinking about investments for their child and everything. So why is it that people avoid making a will?
I feel the time I have talked to client, or I know people around, I feel like it's just the stigma that, people don't think about their death. People never think like, I may die soon, right? But that happens.
Right.
People do think like, I have long time of my life. I can do it later. This can wait. But life is not in your hand. So you never know.
That is actually,
I don't know if I can see tomorrow, right? So it's uncertain. It's just like, that, or sometimes some people like it's not urgent thing, it can wait, or maybe I'm not ready. Sometimes, so there could be multiple reasons.
Right.
But I have came across just like, because like, why I need that? I'm not going to die tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, life is so uncertain and people don't realize that how much important it is. So what do you think, what should be the right age to realistically start, creating the basic will?
So I don't know about realistically, it depends.
Okay.
But legally you can prepare your will once you turn 18.
Okay.
Interesting. But realistically, I would suggest that after 18, when you accumulate some assets, or if you have a good pay and you have started saving, that's a good time to prepare a will.
So when it comes to assets also, can you define like what kind of assets you say?
Anything. You just bought a piece of gold, or you have property, or you invested in some agricultural land, or anything. Like, if you have you haven't even invested, but you have a good pay,
right?
You're just single, you're not using it up, so it's accumulating in your account and you're investing those.
Right.
It's basically everything is your assets.
Right. I mean, when it comes to an individual, because not until they are married or they have somebody to rely on, they don't actually think about a will.
But even if you're single, you are making amazing. What will happen to your money if you're not there?
Right.
Don't you think it should go to your parents or the loved one? Maybe you have a girlfriend or boyfriend, or you never know.
Right.
Right.
So somebody to pass it down to.
Exactly.
Right. So what happens if somebody passes away without having a will? Where does that go? Where does that money, those assets that you have built, where does it go?
So it's not like the other people, the people around, they have to claim that I was a relative of this person, and then they have to claim. Then the judge is the one who will make decision and divide those. So it's a process. Again, the loved one who are surviving, post the person who is no more, they have to now struggle, go to a lawyer, find a probate, because there was no will. So now they are finding it.
So does this create like a conflict also? Because there's so much process, I could see like so much process going around, right?
It does
Just to claim.
because what happens is, like, for an example, in my case,
Yeah.
okay, if I don't have a will and me and my husband both died, for an example, okay, now, before having any judgment, my son has to go to foster home, okay,
Right.
because judge doesn't know where he
to put the
belongs,
kid,
right?
yes.
Now, my wish before death could be that I have a brother here, so my son should go there.
Right.
But then now judge will check the background if, according to the law, if my brother is a fit to take care of my son. I wanted my son to go with my brother,
Right.
but judge doesn't think that way.
So just because you have not defined it in a will.
Exactly. Now judge has the right, who doesn't know my sentiments,
Right.
who doesn't know my requirements, who doesn't know my surrounding, and he's the one who's going to make decision for me, right? Now, even in that case, what happens is, because I don't have a will, now my brother will claim that, I'll take custody of Kirangi's son. My in-laws who are here right now, they will claim that, no, you know what, he's my son's son. We would like to have a custody of, right? Absolutely. There could be a random person like you. You just came in and was like, oh, I don't know, but I have been too close with this family and I would like to have a custody of credit.
Interesting. So anybody can come and claim it?
Claim it. And now they have to prove that you're nobody.
Okay. Yeah, that seems to be like a big process.
It's a big process. Okay. Yes. So if you don't have a will, see, if nobody comes claim it, it's fine. But there is a possibility you just randomly, you knew that I had a kid. Randomly, you're just coming in. Oh, we had a good relation and I would like to claim custody of credit.
So what happens until the custody is claimed, until this claim process is going on? What happens to the child?
Will stay. So it depends on the judge, right? If they find, like, one of the family is good enough to take care of them, yes.
Like foster family.
Yeah. Or so one of the family who's claiming could be an option, or the foster family. So it depends on judge who is making the decision.
So does the decision, like, even when it comes to the court, like, are there certain parameters that the judge, looks at it?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. And there are a lot of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when it comes to coming to the will, what are certain parameters or certain non-negotiable point that needs to be included in a will then?
Well, that would be totally depend on the family to family or person to person. Depends on their facts. Okay. What stage they are, where, like, what they want to.
Right. So suppose, like, if I'm a parent with having 2 kids, so what am I supposed to be writing down in my will, like important points that needs to be, like, every parent needs to consider these points that they should be having it in a will?
So generally, I will not advise you to draft your own will. Okay. Because you can draft your own will. Later on, you don't have to worry because you are no more in this world. You don't care what happens, right? It's your kids who are going to suffer with a piece of paper. What if there is a water on the ink has, erase everything what you have written?
Right.
What if there was the witness who is no more anymore? Like, there is nobody who can say that, yes, this was Altna's will.
Right. But that is only in case of a written will.
Exactly. Okay. But so how I will advise you that, depends on your situation. You always talk to a lawyer that this is my situation. What I need to be take care of. What I will say that, being a lawyer, I'll just ask you, what is your wish? What do you want to do? Right. Do you want to, starting from, like, do you want to bury? Do you want a cremation?
Right.
It depends on whatever you want to do.
Preparing your death and everything.
Exactly. So so the lawyer's job is to prepare you after death.
Right.
What is your wish? What should happen if you have more properties? It should go, like, divided equally to your kids. Do you want it to give it to somebody else? Do you want, how you want to do it?
Right.
It's up to you. Right.
Okay. So even when it comes to the properties or other assets also, so does the will includes other assets? Because nowadays so many parents are influencers, so many parents have online businesses. So can they include these also in the will, like digital assets or digital photos?
Yes, they
all
have a
these
clause in that. So you can give anything you have.
Okay.
So it's just you, if you owe something,
Right.
you can pass it on.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. When it comes to will, there is also something called as a living will in, especially in Canada. What is that?
So in Alberta, because I'm a member of Alberta Bar Association.
Okay.
In Alberta, we don't have the word called living will. We do call it personal directive.
Okay.
Okay. So personal directive is a document which allows you to be effect if you are not dead, but you are not in your senses. So for an example,
like the vegetative state,
maybe, yeah. Okay. Or maybe you have an Alzheimer, or maybe you, in some manner, your brain is not working. So it takes two doctors to confirm that your brain is not in a stage that you can make a decision. It could be any disease, or maybe a vegetable stage, or maybe you have some paralyzed stage, or you're in coma, or you never know.
Like not able to make any decisions.
Or maybe you're mentally unstable somehow, you're in depression, whatever. Okay. Right? So in that case, there need to be two doctors to verify that you are not in a right stage to make decisions. Then the person you have executed, like prepare as a executor, they can make decision for you. Okay. Right? You also put your wish that, if I'm in a vegetable stage, and try the best to make me live, or you say try the minimum. If I'm not responding, let me go. Okay. So the people who are your executor, they will not feel guilt that, oh, should I have done this, or no, I would have done that. Right. They're just following your wish.
So when it comes to a living will, also, when should a person do, like along with the
will? Okay. Yeah. So generally, when you go to the lawyer, if you do it a separate document, you'll pay more. But if you go for a bundle, you save some money. So it's always advisable to do it in once. Do it together, basically. Yeah. Okay. And there are so many changes nowadays happening to properties. Some parents or some of them might separate. There are other marriages, or kids get separated. So in that case, if somebody has to upgrade or do these changes in a will, so do you have to, do they have to go separately, like make a new will, or can they add it on to the same one? No. So what happens is, the will, generally the lawyer prepares are generic. So for an example, if you have, you and your husband are there, right? So you're making your husband as an executor. So if you pass away, then your husband will take care of your assets, and then will distribute how you want. And then what if so we make sure that we have two of them. So what if your husband is no more, then we'll ask you to have one more. Something like that, right? Okay. So we generally do that way. But big life changes is your executor, which you mentioned, is no more now. Right. So you have to make a new will. Okay. When you have a big life changes like divorce, or then of course, yes, you have to make a new will. Right. Okay. Yeah. But having more kids, no. Having more assets, no. So it can be included within those? Yes. So we'll make it so generic that, even if you have, today you have 2 houses, later on you have 5. Yeah. We'll make sure that it's all. So you don't have to every year make a new will. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah. But if you have a major life changes, then yes. So when it comes to major life changes, it's only when there's a separation, or when... Yeah, separation, if you're single and now you're married and you want to change the executor, or something like on those lines. Yeah. So if you change any wishes, which you already mentioned, right, for your beneficiary, maybe you just say that, distribute the assets equally to my kids. Now you want to change it. Now they're having spouses. Now we're going to give them something. Absolutely, so if you want to change your wish, then yes. Okay. And can a will be invalid also? Can it be declared invalid by the court? Yes. On what grounds? So that for an example, how can I give you? Do you have siblings? Yes. Okay. How many? 2. 2? Okay. Yes. So now, for an example, your parents are no more. Touch wood, should not happen, but I'm just giving you an example. So your parents are no more, and You had a will, you took it to the court.
Right.
Both of your siblings had different wills with them, took it to the court. Now, 3 wills cannot be true.
Right.
Right? So,
But if both are like all the 3 wills are, stamped or notarized by the court.
yeah, then there is nothing like that. Then there is no conflict. You're good.
Okay.
But when you ask, can it be? Yes, it can be, because there might be one will is right, 2 are fake.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? So then in that case, of course, judges will do their best to find out which one is fake and then deny those. So.
Okay. When it comes to discussing the wills, now again, coming from the first point, why is it, or rather, how should families have conversation around wills, or how can they simplify having these conversations?
It's very simple, to be honest. For me, I'll just say that, you have to protect your loved ones. Your loved ones are so dear to you that you really want them to be protected if you're not here.
Right. But that's what the point is. Like, if people don't think, like, suppose there's an individual, he says, like, I don't own much, so, why should I be making a will right now? Or why should even I have a conversation?
Do you have, so if you don't own much, do you have kids?
No, even if that's like an individual person, like not married, he's just single, living a life and enjoying.
Yeah.
So how would you have that conversation, or how would you convince him to have a will?
No,
right.
It's their individual choices.
Exactly.
But if you ask me, then I would prefer that, you are having a little money, but you're growing it. You're investing it. It's growing.
Right.
Right? So the asset is building up. Rather to have it with no money and giving it to government, it's better to have it to give it to your loved ones.
Right.
So even if you're single, you might have somebody loved one, your parents maybe. Maybe you are in a relationship, you never know. Right? They're like, the person is not like, it's not like one individual that doesn't have anyone around. Like, there must be, I understand you don't have a family, but you might have a sibling, you might have parents, or somebody you love.
But is will always about wealth and money?
It's all about your wishes.
Okay.
I will not consider that as a wealth, but it's all about your wishes. What is your wish? What should happen once you're not here with your maybe assets, your kids, anything.
When it comes to legacy, like what legacy is, and how would you define legacy?
So legacy is as simple as I'm having a Mont Blanc pen.
And you would like to pass it down?
Maybe. Right? For Indian families, we have jewelry.
Right.
For that matter. Yes. Right? Like, I have my grandma's jewelry passed it on to me. Exactly. So yeah, it could be anything, which is you feel that it should follow to generations
to generations.
Yeah.
Right. Coming to an important topic again with regards to will, what is the difference between a will and an estate planning?
So will is just a wish what should happen after your death. When you say estate planning, it's a package of 3 documents. It's a will, it's enduring power of attorney, and a personal directive. So when you say living will, it basically includes in that package. So there are 3 documents.
Will different from power of attorney?
So will is only only becomes effective if a person is no more.
Okay.
Whereas personal directive and enduring power of attorney, both will be in effect when the person is alive but not in a position to make decisions. Okay. So personal directive will take care of their wishes about their medicines, what they would like to wear, what they would like to eat, how long they want to live, all that stuff.
Right. Okay.
The enduring power of attorney will take care of their finances. So though they're in hospital,
yes,
how the bill will get paid, who will be in charge, who has an access to their bank account to keep the mortgage going, keep the groceries going for the kids, basically all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
So when it comes to some of the common mistakes, what some common mistakes people should avoid while making a will?
Will kit,
Okay.
online will.
Okay,
That's a mistake.
that's a mistake.
That's a big mistake.
Then why are they available at first place?
That is just for your practice to understand how you have to prepare the will. Okay. See, there are so many things available in the market which you can't control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If alcohol is dangerous to your health, but still it's available. It doesn't mean that why it's available. You know, right? So it's like that.
Okay.
There are multiple things that are available in the market, and it's AI generation. So many more will come. What what the people need to understand is, will is such a document that they are not going to have any conflict with it. They don't have any problem. They just wrote it down. The problem would be with their loved ones. Okay, so they are gone. Nobody cares about it.
Right.
But now the people who has been survived,
right,
after that, the person who made a will,
yes,
it's a problem for them. If it is not a correct way prepared will, then the problem would be with the loved ones. So sometimes you want to make their life easy rather than they're cursing you. Oh my God, why they didn't do that?
Right.
Now I have my work and I still have to go to this place and that place and figure it out.
Too much running around.
Exactly. Right. And then because it's like everywhere you go in Canada, you always sign a privacy policy. Even if you go to the bank, you sign a privacy policy. Yeah. So the bank is not liable to provide the information to any random person who goes there. Right. So it's too much work.
Okay.
So if you want to make their life easy, you have to have a will in place.
So have you come across any of your clients who have gone through this emotional distress?
Yes. Yes. Not one, a lot.
Okay.
So, and specifically for the Indian families, because they assume that, Canada also has the same litigation what we have
back home.
They don't bother to prepare the will because it's heritage. It might be transferred. No, it doesn't. So I have had situations where there was a family of husband and wife and 2 kids, and husband died. Wife was homemaker. She had no idea what they had in their account, if they had any insurance policy or no, if they had anything for that matter. The son had no idea where to look for, where to go, because they don't know which bank account, because it's saying in India, the father doesn't discuss the financials with the family.
Until the time is right.
Exactly. And before the time came, he was no more. Right? So the son and mother was struggling to find out how many assets they had, because it took time. It took almost a year, and meanwhile the mortgage is still going on. So the money is it's not coming. They don't know where to find it, but the mortgage is still going on, and they have to pay it. Right? So it was a stressful situation.
Of course. I mean,
yeah, and it was it was very stressful situation, and I feel like you lost your father, you lost your husband, instead of right now feeling sad, grieving about him. Right now you have to struggle looking for everything.
Right. So finding those right documents.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So how much do you feel this conversation needs to be, brought up, within the families, and how can they have it in a healthy way?
So it's very simple. You are not thinking about your death. You are not talking about your death. You are only thinking and talking about your loved ones' easy life and the peaceful process. And peacefully you can give whatever you want to give to your loved ones.
Right. Yeah. Right? Very rightly said. Yes. Yeah. Because that's what you look for, the legacy to pass it on easily.
Easily, right? You don't want them to curse on you. They're like, they didn't do this anything, and then I have to run here and there, and then
to prove that I am the higher, or whatever that is.
Yeah. And also, because you signed, they had no idea, where to go, which bank to go. if they had insurance policy or no. And if
Right.
nobody claims, insurance is not bothering to give you money, but they will give you.
Absolutely. If there is no claims coming on.
Yeah, but if your son doesn't know that you have an insurance policy, how your son will find it out?
Right.
Which insurance policy he should call? Which is the policy number?
Right. All these details, yeah. Those minute things are very important to take care and have conversation with your family. Just need to sit down and talk about it openly. I mean,
yeah. Generally, when you
that's
prepare
where the stigma is.
Exactly,
it's like
right.
Sitting down.
So
and
when
talking.
you prepare the will will have a last page of the paper for you to write down your accounts, your accounts passwords.
Okay.
Your even phone password, Facebook password, social account
there are so
is
many
also
things, absolutely.
right. So you maintain that and give it to your executor.
No, that's a very good point, because that will make many of our lives easy.
That's true. Not your, but yeah, of course, your loved ones,
whom
because you'll be gone. You don't care what happened in this world.
Exactly. Yeah, but definitely something to think about.
Yes, that is so true.
So moving to our lighter segment, that is the rapid fire round. It's just could be a one-liner that you could mention. So one thing everyone should include in their will.
Their executor and their beneficiaries.
Okay. You can handwrite your will, especially when it comes to Alberta.
If you want, you can do anything. It's only if it is helping your loved ones, that is the right question.
Okay. Biggest myth about wills?
If you go to the lawyer, maybe you have to spend a lot of money, and then also you have to get your wills updated every year.
Okay.
You don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
One mistake families should avoid?
To wait for too long to prepare the will.
Online will or lawyer assisted will?
100% lawyer assisted will.
Okay. One word that describes estate planning?
Passing on your wishes.
Okay.
Or taking care of your wishes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best age to create your first will?
As soon as you turn 18.
Okay. Legal age.
Yes, the legal age.
One conversation every family should have?
So if it is a man-driven family, I would advise the family should know where are their assets, if they have insurance policy, what is the policy number, or maybe, if they don't want to share, it's fine, but they can just say that all that information they can find in one document, and the document is blah 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 somewhere.
Okay. Just need to know the password, right?
Yes. or maybe if they have an executor, just like, go see this person, they will have all the information, right? So
what does legacy means to you?
Legacy means to me this given by my son on Mother's Day. This is my legacy.
Lovely.
Can pass it on.
Lovely. So yes, thank you so much, Kirangi, for sharing such wonderful insights about wills, about estate planning. And I'm sure we would have a lot to take on from this episode. Even for our listeners, this is a great reminder. If you haven't made a will, make sure that if you have your loved ones, go and get a will. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As we come to an end of this episode, I'm sure this is a reminder for many of us, because wills are not just about paperwork. It's about the care, the clarity, and the protection that we see for our loved ones. Because conversations like this will not make our life any more certain, but preparing it thoughtfully will definitely help our families during their hardest moments. If today's conversation really made you think differently, do share it with someone who might need to hear this today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more meaningful conversations like these. Thank you so much for joining in today and listening to today's episode. Also, mention in the comment section what were your takeaways from today's episode. Thank you so much, and see you in the next episode.